And now, 89X presents Lincoln College Basketball on 88.9 FM and streaming live from the iHeartRadio app.
Hi, and welcome into Indiana University of Northwest here in this one. They do sell the Hoosier stuff as well, but we are in Gary, Indiana, for it taking on at the home of Indiana Northwest, taking on Haskell Indian Nations as well. Same as the girls. What a great win for them in overtime. Adam Hoffman, Nick Jackson with you here in this one for game number 2. We apologize for coming on so late. However, though, we have to eat at some point too here today, so we did get a chance to get a quick bite, but we are ready to go here. The Lynx come in winners of 8 in a row, 14-6 on the season. Haskell, they're going to be tough, but 7-11 coming into tonight, or 7-12 coming into today's game after the tough loss here on this floor last night against the host team, Indiana Northwest, who they led at halftime, but however, could not get the job done. I think only won by 4 or 5 or somewhere in that area.
Yeah, they're a pretty good team. We watched a little bit of film on them yesterday. I mean, they're going to play kind of similar to what their girls did. They're going to run the 2-3 zone, definitely, but they're not the best transition defensive team, and we're probably one of the best transition offensive teams, so we definitely need to use that to our advantage today.
And another thing, I know you kind of hit on this a little bit more yesterday, and it kind of came into play a little bit yesterday. However, the size differential here for today. It's a little our direction. I mean, Julian Powell, definitely the tallest guy here, 6'9". But they have a couple guys, Nakia Hendricks, who's going to be starting for them. He's 6'7", and then Macaulay Brown, who's also 6'6", is going to come off the bench for them. So they have a little bit of size, a lot bigger than the team we played yesterday. No, you're exactly right, but only one of them is starting here in this one. Again, first off, the Lynx are actually going to be the road team on the scoreboard here today. The Lady Lynx were both home 2 games in a row. Interesting here. They will be the road team here today. But again, let's go straight into it. Let's meet the starting lineups here. Nothing has changed for your Lynx, and why would you if you're Coach Lev? I mean, 8 in a row. I mean, don't fix it. You don't have to fix anything. It's working right now, and I think he's going to keep it that way. So Johnson, Crumble, Tyler, Latham Jr., and Powell getting the start here for them. But Haskell, like you said, a little bit of a undersized here, but they're going to play quick, and they're going to try to play quick, and they're going to try to stay up with this team. So let's meet the Indians here of Haskell.
Yeah, for the Indians, you have number 3, Tristan Kitai, number 10, Brian Elledge, number 13, Nakia Hendricks, who I talked about in the intro. We need to stop him early. And number 21, Jordan Goodwill, and number 23, Xavier Littlehead.
Again, only one senior starting here in this one. They only have 2 seniors, one on the bench, and then Hendricks getting his start here today. But again, still a very young type of team here in this one, as again we're waiting to get this game underway. But let's talk about the game last night. I mean, I know we did a few Facebook Lives about it, so a lot of people know what it is, but a 93-91 victory the other day over the College of the Ozarks. I mean, Adam, just refresh our memory here.
Yeah, it was a big win for our program. I think we talked to Trayvon Tyler. He said by far it's his biggest shot of his career. That was one of the biggest shots I've seen in person. It was a perfect ending to what that game could have been. They called a foul on us at 0.8 seconds left, it was a bogus call. It shouldn't have been called. And then, I mean, the girls had the same call pretty much in this game, or in the game before us. But, poetic justice. We come away in overtime and win.
No, you're exactly right. I mean, it looked like all hope was lost. I mean, it was almost where they gave the game to College of the Ozarks. All they had to do was make one.
And they didn't make any.
And he couldn't. And he was an 84% free throw shooter.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? The Lynx did. But the tip is won by Haskell, and we are set here for the first half in game number 2 between both squads. The doubleheader has already a long 3 taken right there. Almost had the friendly bounce to go to Elledge, but he could not get it to go. I think the tip back in there was Littlehead, and it's 2-0 either way. Here, Haskell.
It was actually Nakia Hendricks who's got the offensive rebound and putback. I mean, Coach Leff said that we need to stop this guy because he's very good. We need to get him just out of the game here.
Did see the three. That one's stolen away. Latham Jr. with the bad pass there. Here comes Haskell on the other end as Kitai knocks down the three right there. Already 5-0 here in the first 30 seconds for the Lynx. But, again, this is a Lynx team. Yes, they're not ranked nationally. They can't be, but they know how to beat some top teams here. And I think Haskell, if they get things going, or for the Lynx get things going, it's going to be a tough team to stop here for Haskell.
Yeah, they need to get it going here. They need to have good ball movement, and you get everyone involved. Tyler's going to take a long three switch bomb to get the Lynx started today. He was the hero yesterday for us, so he might have to have another big game today.
You like his first shot of the game is already a three, and I'm glad he made it, but I just love that he still remembers part of it yesterday. But I mean, you heard in the scouting report, Coach left in his room, hey, we have to let go of the game yesterday. We have to play hard here today as we have a traveling violation going on Hendricks. But I mean, you were right there with us, Adam. They have to let the game go yesterday and focus on, because we still got another game Monday to play as well.
Yeah, we got a game Monday, and I mean, this game, I mean, win or lose, we need to shake it off and just say, we got to go in. We got to go to Olivet on Monday, which is a huge game for us. So that's just, that's the disadvantage and advantage of playing, so many games back to back like this.
Latham Jr. takes a three, no good off the mark. And going back to that ONU game, they beat us earlier in the season in overtime.
It's even bigger of a game.
That's actually one of our losses where we were not playing well as Hendricks goes up, but it's going to be blocked out of bounds. I thought it was off of Hendricks, but Adam did as well, but they're going to say stay right here.
Yeah, I didn't think Julian Powell even had his hands up. It looked like his hands were down by his waist, so I don't see how it's out on him. And I think they might switch the call right here. Or no, they're going to switch the possession arrow. It was not switched after the tip-off.
5-3 to score, 18 minutes left to play in this first half. Again, the Lynx on the board thanks to Trayvon Tyler. But I might have to go with Latham Jr. tonight. I think he's going to shoot the lights out here today, and Hendricks cannot hit that turnaround. It was a good move, but just a little too strong.
And for my player of the game to watch, I'm going to go J.J. Turner. He had a big game yesterday. I think he's going to have another big game today. Trayvon Tyler already having a big game. That's the second three for him. Nothing but net. I mean, just probably the most perfect way you could hit a three there.
And you got it. And you love it, too, because he gets on that little roll, and then you see him clap his hands, get that ball in that fist, and you can see the fury in it. And now, look what happens. A turnover by Haskell on a traveling call right there by Goodwill. Just shuffled his feet a little bit, and the Lynx in business already.
Yeah, I just see already we're in business. Someone needs to go get the ball. Finally, Tyler goes and gets it and gives it right back to Montez Crumble.
And the Lynx did force 15 turnovers yesterday. They had 12 themselves. But, however, though, if you force more than what you get, pretty good chance of winning the game.
Yeah.
Johnson drives baseline, bounce passes one to Powell, and is fouled hard. But it looked like that, I believe, what was it, Hendricks down low?
Yeah, it might have been on Hendricks. Actually, it's going to be, it is going to be on Hendricks. So that's his first foul. We need to get him in free throw, or get him in foul trouble if, we need him out of the game because he's one of their star guys. And
Julian Powell misses the first one, has a second one as well. A little awkward of a shot, but it always seems to fall for him as he makes one of two, and it's 7-5 now in favor of your Lincoln Lynx. Now it will be Indians basketball. Eldridge will bring it up the floor. Eldridge now down low to Hendricks. Hendricks looked like he walked, didn't get the call, misses either way. Ball's loose on the floor. Powell tips it in the hands of Crumble. Here come the Lynx on the fast break. Crumble going coast to coast, and he'll lay it up and in.
That was a good move there from Crumble. He had LJ in the corner there, and he had Julian trailing, but he just decides to just take the layup himself because they didn't decide to stop him.
9-5 the score, 16.5 minutes left to play. It looks like Goodwill lost the ball underneath the basket, and it's going to be into the hands of Trayvon Tyler. Has Latham Jr. in the corner, running the floor with him, along with L.J. Johnson, and they are going to say count the basket and the foul as Tristan Kitai tried to stand in there and take the charge, but he comes up limping a little bit. Yeah, he's immediately going to get subbed out of the game. Antoine Wynn's going to come in for him. He is in a lot of pain. Looks like he's holding that right knee over here. Again, we don't really have a trainer. Neither team has a trainer over here, so this could get interesting. I mean, normally, Ryan, for our trainer usually goes straight to the opposing bench, but here comes the trainer right here. I think he's going to be okay. 12-5 is the score here. 16:20 left to play in this first half. We will give you updates on Key High throughout the game.
Yeah, hopefully he's all right. He does not seem to be all right now. So going back the other way, though, they got to get something going for him.
And still holding that right knee as here come the Indians in this one as Wynn puts it up a little floater and got that one to go. He replaces Keytai. And the Lynx come back the other way. 12-7 now. Crumble running the point here as Tyler forces Latham Jr. to go to the opposite corner. Crumble now looking left. Tyler, he'll bounce pass one back to Johnson near the top of the key. To Latham Jr. swinging it around to the other side now to Crumble. Back out to Johnson on the wing for three. You know it. LJ Johnson had a pretty good start to the ball game yesterday. Had the first 6. They're awfully quiet in that second half, though.
Yeah, he's still in there with 14 points, so not too quiet.
No, not too quiet at all, along with 7 boards, but a 3 was answered by Eldridge right there, the 5'9 junior. But Trayvon Tyler trying to answer quickly for 3. No. LJ Johnson right there with an offensive rebound, trying to go back up with it, and almost fell, kicks it out to Tyler in the corner. To Latham Jr. now. He drives into the lane, count the basket and the foul again, as Latham Jr. going to go to the line for another and one opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, Trayvon Tyler could have shot that ball in the corner, decided to elect to pass it out because he got to have guys closing out on him. So gives it over to Latham. Shot fake, go right around, go right at the basket, just like he's supposed to.
And he cannot hit the free throw, though, so a 7-point lead still here in this one as it's 17-10, 15 minutes left to go. As Brown, the other senior here for Haskell, has the basketball at the top of the key as they're trying to move it around here in this one. Eldridge now with it. Here, we'll give you the update. Adam will give you the update here on Keytai in just a few moments after this possession. 7 seconds left as they try to feed the big man Hendricks down low. Now back to Eldridge. He's trying to drive into the lane, give and go with Goodwill, and he lays it up and in.
That was a nice move there from Goodwill, getting the passes going immediately straight up, knowing the clock is going on. But along with Keytai, he has left the gymnasium, and he is going to be probably done for the game here.
And it's not looking good. As Adam mentioned, he did leave heading back to the locker room in this one. Trayvon Tyler hits the 3, though, on the other end, or a long 2, 22-10 now, but we are going to have a foul. He is going to pick up his first on the other side of the court here as Wesley for the Haskell going to check in here. He comes in to get Littlehead. Along with Hendricks, so Hendricks, I mean, he's got to get something going for his team. He's the guy on the team that we need to stop, so hopefully, I mean, for their sake, he needs to get going here. And now Eldridge down low to Brown. What a good move there, but he traveled. That's why I knew it was such a too good of a move right there. Shuffled his feet a little bit here, but a timeout taken by Haskell. And I don't know about you, if you look down at your the head coaching sheet here, is he an actor too?
Matthew Downing Jr.
Yeah. He does acting and coaching on the side.
Maybe.
But, again, a good timeout taken here by Haskell, already down 12 in this one. What's the start been here for the Lynx in the first 6 minutes?
We're getting some threes to fall for us. That's always a good sign. I mean, I think Trayvon has to have about 10 by now. And he's doing pretty good. Latham's attacking the basket, getting to the free throw line. Unable to hit the free throws, but he's getting to the line.
Again, the Lynx, they needed all their threes in last night's ball game to come away with the victory here in that one because, I mean, College of the Ozarks, they were the best three-point shooting team in the country, and they showed it, didn't they?
Yeah, they definitely did show it. They made a couple where we just had to, shake our heads. How did they make that? I mean, and some of the threes are how do we give them that shot? If anything, the defensive breakdown there. But, to shake that game off, it was a great win.
I believe, they made 17 threes in that ball game?
17 threes.
And still lost.
And they still lost.
So the Lynx only had 8, and they needed every single one of them just to come away with a 2-point victory in overtime. So it was a great game. 20-12 is our score. 14 minutes left as Trayvon Tyler taking it to the rack, sees the lane. He looks right at him, and you got to love it here in this one already on fire.
Yeah, he's getting right in the face of Elledge. Sure, there was some chirping going on, so Trayvon's going to make it a mission that he's not going to touch the ball.
He's already shaking his head. Nope, you're not touching it. I don't know who you think you are, but yet again, now we have a foul going on LJ Johnson as he's trying to guard the heavier Brown, and Brown just kind of pushed him out of the way that forces Johnson to make a foul.
Yeah, you got to foul him right there if you're LJ Johnson, or else it's going to be a total mismatch down low.
And they throw it into Brown. Now there he goes again. Good move, but we had another foul this time. It's either on, I believe it's on Crumble.
Yeah, it's going to be on Crumble. He's the one that swiped originally. LJ got all ball on his block attempt, so it should be a foul on Crumble.
And Johnson's one of those guys where you have to kind of hold your breath sometimes with those fouls. I mean, he's a great player, but sometimes he loves to kind of swipe down, as you mentioned, and he gets called for it a little too much.
Yeah. Johnson, I mean, when he first started, I didn't think he was much of a defender at all. I thought he was, he's going to be all offense, but he has shown that he's probably one of the smartest defenders that we have on our team.
As Latham Jr. tried to drive in right there, you're exactly right, and that's why I think Coach Lepp went to him at the, a couple games into the season after what he saw he was capable of. I mean, we've seen LJ hit a few, 20, 25, 27, even a 30-point game.
Yeah, he had a 30-point game off the bench.
Oh, yeah, off the bench. Yeah. 10-point lead here for the Lynx, as that one no good by Wesley. Gets his own miss, though. They kick it back out, and they'll set up their offense yet again. 22-12. I think Wesley has the basketball now. Matthew Downing Jr. in the game, as we'll give you an update here on Key Tie in just a few moments, as the Haskell has the basketball, but stolen away by Powell. As a baseball pass there to Tyler. He tried to like a punt return. Instead takes a step back three. No good. I don't think that's what Coach Lepp wanted.
That's not the shot that they wanted, but Key Tie did come back. He has a big old ice pack and kind of like a little brace around his knee. I'm not sure if he'll return or not, but it does not look like it. They're going to tape his leg up.
Hendricks with a good move to the basket, but L.J. Johnson, we were just talking about the swipe down, comes up with a huge one right there to save a monster dunk, as it's 22-12 as he feeds Powell. Out to Crumble from the top of the key for three. No, too strong. Hendricks pulls down the board here for Haskell.
Yeah, they need to get something going here. Either with Hendricks, he just needs to try to take Julian Powell one-on-one. I know that's a tough task, but he's got to get something going for his team.
And Tyler on Eldridge. Now they switch Johnson on him now. He's on the right wing. Wants a screen by Wesley, but can't get it. Now they feed Brown down low. He's double-teamed. Here comes Hendricks, and now nothing, again, Crumble could do there. Mismatch, and he lays it up and in.
Yeah. I mean, Trayvon Tyler, he can handle his own. Julian Powell does not need to come help him over there, as Powell misses the pull-up jumper. Once again, probably not the shot that left once.
It's interesting here. You see him, we've seen him, hold it until 10 seconds are on the shot clock, and then you see him kind of take a shot within 24 seconds, within the first 4 seconds of the shot clock, as Hendricks misses, gets his own miss. Put back still no, but Wesley is there because nobody boxed out, and it's 22-14, as it's now back to single digits.
Yeah, we're too worried about
16.
Yeah, too worried about blocking the shot instead of getting the rebound. Only one guy needs to go up for that block.
22-16. They kind of put on those extra two a little late there, but Johnson drives in, right side lane, puts one up, cannot get it to go. I mean, it seems like, I know these are, bang-bang plays down here, but it's just like a touch too hard.
Yeah, it's just a touch. I mean, it seems like we're right there every time.
As Wesley takes the three, no good, rebounded by the Lynx and Julian Powell. Here comes Tyler looking to push the pace. A no-look pass to Powell, and he'll sandwich it home as Julian Powell is showing his might, and then he leaves it right there. And now Coach Lepp calls a 30-second timeout here in this one. As interesting call here, but Lepp chooses to take his first timeout here in this one. 24-16 lead for the Lynx, and you got to like the start here by them. Again, playing some aggressive defense here. Adam, what have you seen on the defensive side of things that's really kind of helping the Lynx out so far?
I'm going to say going back to that before I get into there. Nakia Hendricks, after his layup was off, he stopped to decide to tie his shoe, so he was down on his offensive end. He's not even going to play defense. That allowed Julian Powell to just get a wide open dunk like that. So, but our defense, I think, they're really suffocating their offense. They're trying to get it into Hendricks, but they're just not allowing it, and they're just kind of saying, hey, if you're going to beat us, you're going to shoot from the outside, because we know that you're not the best at that.
And also they tried to feed Brown in there inside as well. You could see him trying to drive baseline a few times in that one. A few traveling calls, but again, also they have to foul him as well. Otherwise, he's going to get an easy two as well. Hendricks going to post up this time, right over the head of Powell, no good. And we saw Powell do that a couple games ago where they get the mismatch with Davidson, as Freeman, who just checked in, no look past to Powell. He can't hit the turnaround jumper, but Powell ended up forcing Davidson to kind of settle for some outer shots.
Yeah, Davidson was one of the guys that's going to bang down low, and he had to turn into a jump shooter yesterday. He still finished with like 17, but it was a good defensive strategy by us.
And now Lassard takes the little mid-range jumper. He knocks it down. J.J. Turner into the ballgame as well here for Trayvon Tyler and Freeman as well. Freeman has it now, 24-18. It was a 10-point lead, now kind of growing or kind of shrinking here for the Lynx as Latham Jr. has it in the left side corner, across the court corner to for Freeman, but he traveled anyway, and it is going to be a turnover there for the Lynx.
Yeah, we're just kind of looking a little stale right now. I'm not sure why Coach Love took out Trayvon Tyler because he had the hot hand, but I'm sure he's not going to stay on the bench too long, along with L.J. Johnson.
They can't. I mean, you see sometimes Trayvon plays, I'm sure he averages probably, 32, 33, maybe even 35 minutes per game.
He doesn't sit out too much.
Eldridge trying to split two defenders, but it loses the handle on it as J.J. Turner dives through it, and it is a jump ball. Possession arrow should go to the Lynx here in this one, and it does. Here comes L.A. Bogan. Now, interesting here is we heard Coach Lepp say also in the scouting room, if you want to call it, where he said he was going to use a lot of his guys. He's going to try to play everybody on the bench here today because of the fact that they have 3 games in 4 days. Yeah,
you got to save the legs. Every second you can. I mean, we get one rest day tomorrow. Hopefully Lepp does not make them practice tomorrow. But, they need some rest after today.
Bogan tried to take the long 3 there. It kind of seemed like Bogan had a pretty good shot at the beginning of the season, but ever since he kind of got hurt, a little shaky on that jumper. But Turner's going to pick up a foul here right at midcourt here, and that's going to be the team's third here in this one.
Yeah, that was a really kind of ticky-tack, kind of a dumb foul for JJ. Just he shouldn't even tried to reach in like that. There was no chance that he was going to get out of there without a foul.
So 24-18 as now Goodwill has it. Goodwill trying to back down Turner. Turner's a very smart defender just like that. He about poked it away as they get it back, but now trying to throw it across the court pass, but Bogan's there. He read it all the way. A bounce pass to Powell. Powell thought about a big slam, and instead draws contact there and did the smart play.
Yeah, he just draws contact. That maybe could have put Hendricks on the slam sandwich, but yeah, he looked like he was really gearing up for it, but now he's going to get fouled before he has a chance.
We're still waiting for one of those.
Yeah, we're waiting for one of them. I mean, J.J. Turner has had a poster. We're still waiting for Julian to get one, too. I mean, he's very capable of it. I'm sure he's had maybe a little poster, but nothing too big.
25-18 after that made free throw, as he cannot hit the second as well. Just under 9 minutes to play here in the first half. 25-18 lead for your Lynx here over Haskell Indians Nation. They are 7-12 after their tough loss last night. And now Goodwill has it, guarded by Powell. He backs out, sees a cut there from Lesarge, and he cannot hit the up and under move. It was there.
Yeah, I think he was kind of fearful because J.J. Turner is right behind him. He's much bigger, much more athletic.
Crumble trying to save it, almost poked it away. Now the ball's back out of bounds, and it is going to be black basketball here in this one with Lincoln. They are wearing the road black uniforms here in this one. And it probably would have been Haskell basketball had Lesarge not been laying on the baseline.
If Lesarge wouldn't have been laying on the baseline and touched it, I mean, that's kind of what it was.
He could have just rolled out of the way.
Yeah.
But they do inbound it to Bogan. Now Tyler back in the ballgame as well. He kicks it out to Crumble. Crumble in the corner for 3. No, just short. Kicks out. Now it's into the hands of Freeman with the offensive rebound. Fresh 30 here for the Lynx. Give it to Tyler and set up the offense.
Yeah, you got to give it to someone. Just set it up.
Freeman now, I'm sorry. Has it at the top of the key to Tyler, down to Bogan, to the corner now for Crumble. He drives baseline to the other corner for Freeman. No good. Turner got a piece of it. Bogan there, tips it back, and the Lynx get a steal. No look pass now from Freeman behind the back to Turner, but it's stolen away there by Goodwill.
Yeah, he tried to go behind the back right there, not the move. He just needs to make the simple pass right there.
Eldridge now guarded by Freeman as he's trying to get something started here for Haskell. He drives into the lane, trying to feed the big man down low. Instead, kicks it to Littlehead. Littlehead takes the long 3, no good. Tipped back out by Goodwill, but into the hands of Turner. Outlet now to Tyler. Tyler trying to go coast to coast, forces a tough shot. Looked like a foul. Again, no foul called. And now there we go. We have a foul going this time against Goodwill, and this was the same situation that we saw the other day. Again, Matthew Downing Jr. wanted a hold on Tyler, but he was going for the basketball along with Goodwill, and they called it on Goodwill. Same with Turner the other night.
Yeah, Goodwill was kind of holding him back and didn't allow Tyler to get it. So I think that, it was the right call there to call it on Goodwill. I don't know. Maybe Tyler was kind of holding him back. I didn't have the best angle of it.
I mean, we all know Tyler's kind of dangerous with that left arm sometimes.
Yeah, he's a little he's a little frisky out there sometimes.
Cross the court pass from Johnson to Bogan. He gives it right back to Johnson. He's standing in the same spot. He cannot hit the three as well. So what a good start from the perimeter was the Lynx. But then since then, kind of cold.
Yeah, it's definitely been kind of cold. 25-18, we are leading with about 7 minutes left in the first half. We seem to get, we're kind of trying out some different squads right now, but we need some baskets here to just extend the lead.
Here comes Bogan with the help side defense, though. Brown finishes through contact. Matthew Downing Jr. wanted a foul. I mean, they're going to let these guys play. Here, we saw that in yesterday's ball game. 6:40 remain here in the first half. The lead now just 5 for the Lynx, 25-20, but Crumble trying to make it 8 with the 3, and he does. As Crumble from the left wing knocks down the long-range 3, and it's back to 28-20.
Yeah, he finally gets the 3 to go. That's his third attempt of the day, and he finally gets 1 to go.
Kind of a little bit shaken up is Crumble. He's kind of holding a very sensitive area for a guy as he comes up with a steal right there, but before the hand they call a foul on that one as it'll go on L.J. Johnson. Should be his second, and it's the team's 5th.
Yeah, it's LJ's second foul. He's probably going to take a seat here, but he does. Darnell Latham Jr. comes back in for him. So, Johnson, it's only 2 fouls. I mean, it's a lot of game left, so you're just going to try to protect him right now.
For sure, and we're going to need him down the stretch if this stays an 8-point game. As Eldridge has it now on the right wing. He's guarded by Crumble. He's going to take a long 3 from the parking lot, basically, and he knocks it down. Wonder if Trayvon Tyler is going to have an answer here in a couple seconds.
Yeah, that's definitely the matchup right now is Eldridge and then Trayvon Tyler.
Oh,
Crumble again.
It's going to be Crumble, and Crumble was really feeling it. Cannot hit. That was close, but Turner pulls down the offensive board. Crumble now out to Latham Jr. on the right wing. Bounce pass to Bogan. Bogan off his knee to Latham Jr. somehow. Now to Crumble, and once again, LA
got Butterfingers today.
Corral that basketball for some reason.
He's got Butterfingers. That's back-to-back pretty much passes from him.
Eldridge from the same spot from downtown, no good. Interesting choice here. Is it a lack of confidence here? Maybe a little bit?
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but he just hit one, so we should have all the confidence in the world to hit that. But, for us, we just need to get something. We need to make some extra passes here, just get a good shot.
There it is for Bogan. He needs that one to go. He cannot. Too strong here in this one. And to me, I love L.A. I mean, he's in our radio classes. He's a fun dude to be around. I mean, he's a great teammate. It just looks like he's just overthinking out there a little bit.
Yeah, he's overthinking the jump shot. He has the right stroke for it. He has a good jumper. That's a good move down there by the big boy. I mean,
good move there by Brown.
I mean, he kind of reminds me of like a Zach Randolph kind of guy. He's kind of a bigger guy. He's not going to jump out of the gym, and he's not going to use athleticism against him. He's going to use good footwork in his body to his advantage. That's exactly what he did.
Trayvon Tyler getting a word from the official here because he just split about 4 defenders there, and him and Eldridge already having exchanges back and forth. So the official's trying to get into that before anything. Before any technicals are awarded. But, I'm sure down the stretch, if this stays a close game like this, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
They're gonna reset the shot clock here to 20 seconds. 4:46 left to play. 3-point lead for the Lynx, 28-25. As Latham Jr. set to inbound to Turner. Turner trying to drive in, up and under move. Cannot get it to go, but Powell with an offensive rebound and couldn't get the putback, but a foul. Maybe he missed it on the Turner shot, but definitely got it right on the Powell.
Yeah, I think the Turner shot, he just kind of, I don't think it was a foul. He tried to avoid contact as much as he could, and he did. But he couldn't get the proper English on the ball to make it roll into the basket.
Nuzdock now in the first one right there, 29-25, 4:41 left to go in this first half. Here in this one, again, still the official talking to Trayvon. He's laughing all the way. Here in this one, 5-point lead now here for the Lynx. 4:40 to go, 30-25 lead now for your Lynx. Eldridge will bring it back up the floor here. He's guarded by Tyler. Tyler says, back off, pal. I'm taking him, man. He's all mine. As they feed, again, Oruke. Now to Brown. Guarded by Powell, and he just bullies over Powell and then lands on top of him here. Again, we were wondering about the size. It was either a block or a charge, but they said play on.
He put the shoulder into him. I don't see how it wasn't anything called.
I mean, Powell's a big man to knock over, and he did as Latham Jr. takes the three and knocks it down right there. That's the Latham Jr. That we're used to seeing right there. He can stay hot here in the first half.
Yeah, he's definitely probably one of our better outside shooters, and he needs to get going. He's had such a cold stretch from about pretty much about a month now. He hasn't been able to hit a jumper.
I would say ever since his winning streak.
Yeah. But just so weird that we've gone on a winning streak when he's not shooting the best. You know, you'd think that he'd be the one that's been playing good.
What a move there at the steal, and then a turnaround spin. He finds Turner on the outlet, who was about to slam it home. Looked like a foul, didn't get it, though. Powell with it. He was trying to do the same thing, but they recover, as now he finds Latham Jr. again. I thought he was going to pull that one from downtown. He is, and this time he cannot hit, but I think if he catches and shoots that right away, I don't know. I think he's got a pretty good look there, but Bogan with the steal, and once again cannot.
He was too far under the basket. He didn't know where he was. But it was a good play there by Bogan. He just kept the ball, maybe just waited for his team to come back.
I mean, we've seen that a time or time again, you know, where he's been underneath the basket, and it's still been blocked by the bottom of the rim. As that one's blocked at the rim by the Lynx, by Powell. He sends it out of bounds. It'll stay with Haskell here in this one, 33-27 in favor of the Lynx. Bogan checks out of the ballgame. Here comes Tyrone Wright, who had a good first half, but then didn't see much of him in the second.
Yeah, so we see our first minutes of Tyrone today. And I think, he's one of those guys. He started at the beginning of the year for us and then just didn't seem to get any minutes.
Wynn knocks down the three from the top of the key, and it's 33-30 now in favor of the Lynx. But I agree with you. I think Tyrone Wright gives you that size, that length, and that athleticism, and he hustles for the rebounds, and something that when we get out rebounded, that's what we need.
Yeah, that's definitely what we need. We're kind of running three bigs right now with Wright.
And he's going to try to get it right there. He cannot. Looked like he was fouled. Let wanted a foul, didn't get it, so it could not hit both of those attempts here in this one, 33-30. Here comes Eldridge now. Tyler tried to go around him, but Powell says, I got you, Trayvon, as he denies Eldridge at the rim, and it's going to go to the Lynx.
Yeah,
Must have hit off Eldridge.
Yeah, Powell swatted it down, and it hit off of Eldridge's back. So, yeah, it was a good play there from Powell to make sure it went off of Haskell.
2:15 to go in this first half. Turner with it in the corner. He drives in, goes right through contact. No foul called, but makes it either way. Both coaches arguing. Lep wanted a foul for JJ, and then Downing Jr. wanted an offensive foul.
Yeah, I didn't really see an offensive foul. I think he might have been arguing something else, maybe a travel or something, but I don't know.
Wynn now with it, guarded by Tyrone Wright. Kind of, like you said, a big man on a shooting guard, but here he comes with the help on Goodwill. Kicks it back out to Wynn. Takes the three, no good. Powell with the rebound. Outlet now to Tyrone Wright, and he lays it up and in. He did see Latham Jr. coming, but he decided to take it himself.
Yeah. And maybe he should have passed it to Latham Jr. and then lobbed it up to Tyrone. I think that would have been a bigger play, but, 2 points is 2 points.
I think that's just because you wanted to see that. I wanted the easy layup.
I wanted to see the dunk. Definitely.
Of course we do. Latham Jr. comes up with the steal, 37-30. He's going to go, it's my turn now, right? And he lays it up and in.
He gets one, so it's fine. They could have passed it up for him to take the layup, but, he gets one in the next play.
Yeah, the next possession
that's fine.
For the Lynx. Now all of a sudden a 33-30 little run here by the Lynx. 6-0 run, 39-30 now in favor of them. As Haskell really doing a good job by shooting the three well to stay in this ball game. Also trying to get some boards down low. Eldridge now drives in right side lane, and they have a foul going on Latham Jr. It looked like it was a tie-up with him and Trayvon, but however, Latham Jr. gets credit for the foul instead.
Yeah, I didn't really see much contact. We're kind of far away, but I thought it would have been a jump ball possession. That's exactly what Trayvon and Latham wanted, but nothing really was called other than the foul.
And Lep trying to argue to say that it was on the floor. It was pretty close, and it's only the team 6 there that Latham picked up his first. That's what Lep was trying to argue, but they do say it was in the act of shooting. But, however, Eldridge couldn't hit the first one.
Yeah, he couldn't hit the first one. Even if it was on the floor, it still would have been like a 1-and-1, but no one moved after the first free throw after he missed. So,
39-31, under a minute to play now. Here come the Lynx. It could go 2 for 1 here if they so choose. 40 seconds left. Tyrone right now with it at the top of the key. Feeds Powell. Down low, working on Brown. turnaround spin move. What a good move there, using the backboard as an advantage.
That's a really nice move there from Mr. Powell. I mean, he notices, Brown's a lot bigger than him in weight, so he's not gonna back him down all the way. He's to use his quickness and athleticism to get around him.
Brown kind of looks a little bit out of breath. He's ready for halftime, too. Shot clock and game clock separated by about a second here in this one, so this could be the final shot here. Eldridge now with it. 7 seconds remaining. He gets a screen. He's now on the left wing, guarded by Tyrone Wright. 4 seconds. 2 on the shot clock, having to drive in, holding it all the way. He did not even get it off in time, even though he made the little floater. Wasn't paying attention. He was paying attention. He just didn't get it off.
Yeah, he didn't get it off in time. It would have counted, like you said, if he just would have got it off in time. But yeah, I think we're just going to kind of throw one up here. Trayvon at the buzzer, and
he makes it. Trayvon Tyler, the prayer was answered at the buzzer here in this one. Matthew Downing Jr. going to try to argue this, say that he didn't get it off. But I don't know how you cannot count that. That is definitely, we thought that 3 was the biggest shot of his career. I don't know, that's a close second.
Definitely the longest shot of his career.
No doubt.
But no, I love it that the PA announcer, after he hit it, just went, wow. That's all he said. He didn't say anything. Just a simple wow.
Again, what a great shot there by Trayvon Tyler. That's why he's the leader of this team, and that's why we give him the ball in these big situations like that, extending the lead 44-31 here at halftime. Adam, walk me through this first half here a little bit. The Lynx started out pretty hot. They had a little bit of a cold streak there. Maybe it was because they're trying to use the entire bench, which is what I like to see. But how did they have the lead here in the first half?
I think the ball movement was really good for them, and their defense played really well. They had a lot of steals and a lot of turnovers against Haskell to force him to get us some layups in transition. But it was a great played half by us. I mean, 44 points. That's a pretty good half. Pretty decent. So I'd say we'll take that half pretty much 9 times out of 10.
No, I couldn't agree with you more. Trayvon Tyler's supposed to be in the locker room. He's already coming back out. I must have left the shooting shirt on the bench over there, or he just wants some more attention. I don't know. That could be it too. Yeah. But again, he extends the lead to 44-31 here on an incredible shot to end the half. Hopefully that'll give them some momentum in the second half. They lead by 13 here in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll have stats and analysis when we come back in about 10 minutes or so. So don't go anywhere. Your Lynx lead here at halftime. You guys are listening to Lincoln College basketball right here on 89X.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Superstar Alberto Del Rio. Take 1.
Behold the angry giant.
Try it again, Alberto.
Behold the angry giant.
Perfect. Good luck tonight.
Behold the angry giant.
Yay! Read me another one, Dad.
This is WWE Superstar Alberto Del Rio. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
This is the 89X Lincoln College Basketball Halftime Show. I am Paige Fletcher. Today I have Zach Landers, the Director of Student Engagement, with me today to talk about student activities. Welcome. Why are student activities so important at Lincoln College?
Student activities or student engagement in general plays a huge part in student retention. Studies have shown that students that are involved or have a healthy level of involvement tend to do better academically. It curbs homesickness. It allows them to find a community on campus and you really make this place their home. And if you think about it, students spend almost 10 months out of the year away at college. So it's very important for them to get involved and also just to keep them out of trouble.
What are some of the student organizations on campus that leave the most impact on students?
I think that it would be unfair to pick out just one student organization that leaves an impact. they all play their part in, providing a community for students interested in whatever that organization's mission is. We try to provide a variety of student organizations on campus. We also encourage students that may not find an organization that they're interested in to start their own organization, which all they need to do is find 5 like-minded members or interested students and a faculty staff advisor, and then they can start their own organization.
What are ways that students are informed about student activities at Lincoln College, Zach?
We try to use a variety of mediums to communicate what's going on campus. Once a month, I send out a student life calendar to both the students' emails and the faculty and staff. We post flyers around campus. Student organizations, as well as my office and the organizations I advise, use social media to communicate what's going on. So we try to use as much communication as possible and what's affordable for us.
So since you have been the student engagement director for many years, how do you believe student activities have impacted students since from the beginning to now?
Over the last 3 years, especially when Dr. Gerlach came to campus and we started this transition back to our roots as a 4-year university, nearly every facet of the campus had to change, including student engagement. So that, we, going from a 2-year to a 4-year institution, we no longer can do programs just for freshman or sophomore students. Now we have to consider programming for upper division students, the juniors and seniors. So just, we use a programming model. So we're using a variety or providing a variety of programs on campus, which, include, social activities and educational activities for students.
How do you think student activities can be improved in the future to leave more of an impact on students?
The number of activities and the type of activities we have on campus, 90% of the time solely depend on the students' interests and the students stepping up into a leadership role and planning, organizing, and implementing activities on campus. I can plan every and any event possible, but at the end of the day, if it's not coming from students, for students, there tends to be, a lack of participation and interest on the students' part when, just a staff member is planning the activities. The students have to be involved and, be active in their own education and inside the classroom and outside the classroom.
Alrighty, stay tuned for the second half of today's game coming up next. This is Paige Fletcher. You're listening to Lincoln College Basketball on 89X.
Hi, Mom. Is Claire's birthday party today? Me again, Mom. Where did I put my history book? Hi. Sorry, forgot one last thing. Sometimes it's hard to concentrate. At school, I start looking out the window, and then I forget what I was supposed to be thinking about. I know it seems like I don't care, but I do. It's just difficult for me. Love you, Mom. Bye.
Join parents and experts at Understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive. Brought to you by Understood.org and the Ad Council.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m., and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
It only takes a minute to find out if you may have prediabetes, and you can do it at doihaveprediabetes.org. But you're probably not going to, are you? Kids, work, listening to the radio. You're busy. which is great because busy people can't get prediabetes. Oh my, I read that wrong. They can. Should have worn my glasses. So visit doihaveprediabetes.org and take a short test because prediabetes can be reversed.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? When floodwaters reach your door? When wildfires are engulfing the edge of your neighborhood? Or an earthquake is destroying buildings? Or is the best time perhaps today? During a disaster, you may not be able to stay in touch with your family or friends as easily as you think. Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
So, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place, and then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
They say that car crashes happen in slow motion. The reality is that crashes happen fast. There's no time to think and no time to check if your child is in the right car seat. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Are your kids in the right seat for their age and size? Don't think you know. Know you know. Get more info at safercar.gov/the-right-seat. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's so loving. She's so comforting. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
Toast, Instagram star and shelter pet. Amazing adoption stories start in shelters. Start yours today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You've messed up your daughter's haircut. Do you A, get spiritual?
Mom, where's the mirror?
Beauty is within. Oh.
B, find the positives?
Less time blow drying, more time texting?
Or C, show empathy?
Mom, you really don't have to.
Twinsies!
I kinda love it. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on adoption, visit adoptuskids.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
You're not wired to have a response to this sound. You're neutral to it. And you can hear it repeatedly without feeling anything. But when we introduce a new stimulus, save the food, we've achieved pulling a natural or inborn response from you. Save the food, because 40% of all food in the US never gets eaten. Save the food. Cook it, store it, share it. Just don't waste it. For tips and recipes, visit savethefood.com. Brought to you by NRDC and the Ad Council.
Well, we are back here at Gary, Indiana, where, again, home of Indiana Northwest University here in this one. It was a pretty good first half. Even better ending to the first half with Trayvon hitting probably, like Adam said, the longest three of his life here in this one, unless he's done that in high school, which I wouldn't put it past him. But, Adam, it was a good first half for the Lynx. You got 44 points on the board, and, again, doing the work on the defensive side of things, really being consistent there. But what's got to change in this second half? What is the mindset that not only these guys have to do with – hang on, we'll see what Trayvon has to say about that shot here. That was the best one? I knew it. See, our talk at dinner last night, asking him if that was the best shot he's ever taken in his life, the game winner. He said yes, and now you heard it right there through the headset that was the best one that he's ever hit.
And then he goes down there and shoots a half quarter, and he makes that. Just give him the ball in the second half. I just want to see what he could do at this point.
Trayvon is literally...
He's a character.
And a leader, too. Like, it's funny how he can do that and just have fun. And I feel like that's why he is so what he is, because he just goes out there, he has fun, and it doesn't let anybody get in his head.
It's just like when you see him kind of play and you say, like, why does he talk so much? Why does Coach Leff let him do that?
I mean, yeah, because Coach Leff likes it.
No, I'd say...
Or allows it. That's what
Coach Leff allows it. But you ask, like, wow, why does he do that? Because some people consider him like a dirty player or a villain kind of player. But, like, look how he's playing. Look what he produces. That's why he does it. That's why he lets him do it.
No, and you're exactly right. I mean, it's just because, and two, I mean, credit Trayvon as well. When he knows that he's not playing well, he knows he's not playing well. He doesn't sit there and go, oh, well, I can make it, I can get another shot up. Or
he doesn't try to shoot his way out of a slump.
Right.
He looks to teammates.
He knows who has the hot hand when capable. But when he's got the hot hand, everybody in the gym knows it.
Everyone definitely in the gym knows it.
And about a minute here before we start that second half, though. Again, Trayvon Tyler came over here, but Adam, real quick here, what's one thing the Lynx that you saw might have to do just a tad bit better here in the second half?
Maybe get it down low a little more. I mean, we're kind of relying on the three-point shot. We shot it pretty well. We shot it at 44%, and we hit 8 of 18. So that's kind of a lot of shots for us. We shot 19 in the second half yesterday, but I think that's not really us. I think that's not the way we should play. And Haskell only shot 10, and they're down, of course, but I mean, they're not out of the game just because they're not shooting a three, though.
No, and they had a couple three-point shooters. I think if I had to pick something to go with that they could improve on in the second half, and it's not by much, but it kind of goes along with what you said, and you went with the low post. I'm going to go with the defensive side of it and go with the rebounds here in this one. And I know you were just watching that. What just took place there with Trayvon?
I don't know. He probably told him nice shot and everything, but I mean, I'm sure there's just a lot of chatter in that first half. So he's trying to, he doesn't want to pick up a technical or anything.
And he is on Eldridge. They do have the basketball. Haskell will to start this second half. They trail 44-31, but L.J. Johnson doing a good job of defense there on the big man Brown down low, not letting them get in position. Here comes Julian Powell with the help side defense. Looks like he's going to be trapped. It looked like a travel there. No call.
I don't know how he got all the way out there.
As now Wesley trying to drive in. He cannot. Brown with it near the top of the key. Looked like he pushed off Tyler. Instead finds Eldridge. He drives baseline, puts a floater up, can't get it to go, as it was almost goaltending there by Powell. But, again, got pulled down the board.
Yeah, almost like he said. We got it over to Latham Jr. in the corner. They're giving him a shot. He's just not going to take it.
And he had Brown on him. It was interesting there. I mean, maybe that was Lepp standing right there just up to the right. Didn't want to shoot it right there. But Tyler, you never know. He'll pull from anywhere. Johnson at the top of the key, swinging it right to Latham Jr. on the wing, across the court, pass to Powell. Powell's going to have to take the mid-range with 2 seconds on the shot clock. No good. Short, and rebounded by Hendricks.
And Hendricks didn't really play that much in the first half. I mean, he only had 2 fouls, but I think after he decided to tie the shoe instead of play defense, he really got taken out of the game. He scores right there. But, I mean, he didn't really play the rest of that half.
And he's kind of, yes, Brown stands at 6'5", but, however, I mean, Hendricks is their man down low.
Yeah, he's the guy.
As Johnson's going to take the three from the wing. No, off back iron. 44-33 as Haskell and Eldridge pull down the rebound. He's trying to go coast to coast. Up and under move, but Tyler got a piece of it. Somehow still finds Wynn into the hands of Brown. He takes a shot. No good. But instead, Littlehead trying to save it with an offensive rebound. He could not. Crumble with it out to Johnson. Johnson going to pull up one more time from downtown. This time off back rim as well. Powell goes up high for the rebound out to Tyler in the right side corner. Thought about baseline, drives in, kicks it out to Johnson. No look pass to Latham Jr. in the corner. He'll take the three. No. Tyler trying to tip it back to himself, but Wynn will win the war.
Yeah, we got 2 good looks right there. Just they didn't go down for us. So, I can't discredit our team when we got good looks. So we just couldn't make them.
And sometimes shots just don't fall. You can't make them all.
Yeah, you can't make them all.
As it's 44-33, still a comfortable lead here for the Lynx. Just about 3 minutes into this second half, but Hendricks going to try to pull it from downtown. No. Short. Brown and Johnson were there, but Brown pulls it down, gives it to Hendricks. He's trying to drive in because no man is back for the Lynx. He gets his own miss, though. Put back, no, as Tyler, Johnson, and Crumble were the only 3 back there for the Lynx. Tyler now outlets to Johnson. Johnson run the floor, kicks it out to Latham Jr. in the corner. Thought about a 3, down low to Powell. Turn around, spin move, right hook, no. Tip back by Powell, still can't corral it. And it will be Littlehead to run down the defensive board. Outlet now to Eldridge. Guarded by Tyler. And I would have to say this is probably the matchup here in the second half.
Yeah, this is definitely the matchup. I'm curious to see where it goes. It was a very talkative first half for them, so I just want to see how it ends up for them.
Eldridge had the open shot right there. He could not get it. But we have a traveling violation on this one, and L.J. Johnson just nicely hands it back to the official. No argument there. as it'll be a turnover there by the Lynx. Well, now I must have said something because the officials not having it here apparently, but either way, didn't look like much as they inbound it to Brown. Now Eldridge. Eldridge guarded closely by Tyler. Over to Littlehead. He'll take the three from the top of the key. No good. Johnson pulls down the board this time.
I'm not sure what that was all about, but I'm pretty sure he said that Crumble maybe had touched it or something, so it shouldn't have been a travel, but the official kind of said something immediately to him to kind of shut him up, and he just decided I'm not going to say anything back to him.
The official, he kind of a short fuse right there, but again, no technical foul was awarded. 44-33, 16-20 left to play in this second half as Eldridge has the basketball but it's stolen by Crumble as he goes over the head of Brown and saves it from out of bounds.
Yeah, it was a nice play there from Montez Crumble as he's going to pull up mid-range. No good. Once again, maybe not the shot, but, I'd like to see Crumble take those,
Trying to award him on the offensive end for a nice defensive play there, but Wynn going to try to three here from the right wing. No box out there as Littlehead gets it. He runs baseline. Denied, though, by Turner. Gets it right back, though. Trying to feed Hendricks too high, and Latham will just corral it right there, and the Lynx going back the other way off the turnover.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm curious to see who they're going to try to get going here in the second half, if it's Tyler or if it's maybe a guy like Latham Jr., L.J. Johnson. I'm just curious to see who they're going to try just to get to score.
Tyler working on Eldridge, sometimes a little too careful right there, and he got that one poked away. 44-33, Eldridge takes a step back, three over Crumble, and he knocks it down. And then Littlehead throws it up into the basket here in this one. And the official just told L.J. Johnson to be quiet. This is an interesting thing. I don't think L.J. Johnson made a new friend today.
That's definitely a delay of game. You can't do that.
As he cannot hit the layup. Turner can't have the putback either. I think the official missed that one right there. It is a delay of game, as you mentioned. And again, it's now an 8-point game, 44-36 now. Freeman goes to the scores table. Eldridge drives in, makes the pump fake, count the basket and the foul. This time as Eldridge gives a little look to Trayvon, and Trayvon just paying no attention to him.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one here the rest of the game.
And I would have to say here, maybe if I know officials really don't have favorites, but I feel like this one right here is kind of leaning towards more Trayvon, and then the other one's definitely against L.J. Johnson.
Yeah.
So we have 1-1, and there's an odd man official out there somewhere. Yeah. The free throw attempt is good. 44-39 now in favor of the Lynx still, as Eldridge does knock it down. Freeman comes into the ballgame for Johnson as everybody else stays put. Turner down low. He has it. Up and under move. Just a tad too strong. Powell with a putback. Couldn't get it to go out of bounds. It'll be off of Haskell, and it'll stay right here underneath their own basket with a fresh 28. 44-39, 14 and a half minutes to play. They inbound it to Tyler right over Eldridge, who wasn't paying attention, and we've seen that lob play a time or two as Tyler just puts it up and in.
He's just pretty much saying he's too small. So yeah, Trayvon Tyler, they're going pretty much chest to chest all the way down the floor.
Hendricks now drives in. He has it denied, though, by Freeman, and it's kicked out of bounds. It'll stay right here. But, again, I gotta love it. Trayvon is just one of the funniest men I've ever seen play this game. I mean, he came running down the floor holding the cradle in his arms like a baby, saying Eldridge was getting babied by the refs. As, again, Goodwill hits the three right there, 46-42. Now maybe a timeout all of a sudden?
Yeah, maybe a timeout. We're looking a little stale on defense, or on offense, I just say. We draw a foul right there. J.J. Turner, nice job getting to the basket, but I think he's going to have to be the guy, Tyler's busy, doing his stuff, with Elledge. So just, give it to J.J. Turner. He's a reliable guy on the inside.
Latham Jr. does throw it to Turner. He drives in. There's another foul yet again. This time it's in the act of shooting. And Eldridge now giving the same official that Johnson was talking to. We'll see if it ends up going both ways. Official just walking away here.
Yeah, they're just saying it wasn't a foul. But, Turner went flying towards the ground. And he missed pretty much a wide-open layup, so there had to be some kind of contact.
Turner does knock down the first one there. Here in this one, Should be, there it goes, 47-42 now. Turner does have one more free throw coming and knocks down that one as well. Now there's the timeout taken by Coach Lev. I actually did see he wanted one before that play even went on, but Turner just didn't go over to the bench area, so he does get his timeout right here. 48-42, a 6-point lead here for the Lynx, but it was 13 at one point, so what's been going on here in the last few minutes here of how the Lynx are allowing Haskell back in this game?
They're kind of getting a little too distracted out there, I'd say. I mean, the feud between Eldridge and Tyler definitely is getting Trayvon distracted, but I think our guys are kind of caught up with the refs because they've made a couple kind of questionable calls. I wouldn't call them bad calls or anything, but the delay of game, that should have definitely been called. I don't see how they didn't see it. But, they probably got us a little distracted, a little caught off guard, and we didn't expect that at all. So, I mean, I get it. But, we're still in the lead by 6, but nothing's safe in a game of basketball, so you need to kind of put the pedal down here.
And we both know that basketball is a game of runs here in this one, and the Lynx are allowing Haskell to go on a little bit of a run here, but we saw really at the start of this winning streak, and it's really where it kind of started clicking here for the Lynx, where they would have these big leads, and we'd always see them, it would shrink in that second half. But while they're on this winning streak, though, it only gets down to about 6 or 7, and then they go right back up. So it'll be interesting to see what they do coming out of this timeout.
Yeah, I'm curious, too, to what they're going to draw up here. But I think, I think give J.J. Turner and Powell some touches down low. I mean, no one can stop them. I mean, Powell, I think, is kind of getting taken out of the game, kind of having Brown's girth, kind of his thickness down there really kind of affects him. But other than that, I mean, Turner, they can't stop him down low.
As that one's stolen away by Freeman. Outlet now from Powell to Tyler. A fast break opportunity. He kicks it out to the corner for Latham Jr. He takes the 3. Looked like he was fouled and no call as Turner pulls down the offensive board. Now out to Freeman. Now to Tyler. Tyler driving in. Puts one up. Count the basket and the foul. This time, 2 officials saw the contact. And it is in and counted. And once again, he's saying, rock my baby, as he's taking Eldridge to school.
Yeah, I mean, Eldridge is just, he immediately, when he saw that he got the N1, he just walked immediately to the half-court line. He doesn't want Trayvon to get back at him what he did. So, there's a little bit of a feud going on. It's entertaining.
The officials saw the second time he did it. He got away with the first one, but kind of looked over at Eldridge the second time and did it again. And the official's like, come on, man. Like, let's go. Let's knock that off. Same one that yelled at L.J. Johnson as well. So Trayvon's now going to have to be careful as Goodwill now has it. He's on the right corner. He picks up his dribble. Turner pokes it away right into the hands of Freeman. Here come the Lynx on the fast break. Tyler and Eldridge all alone, one-on-one. No, Eldridge wins that battle, but Freeman wins the rebound. And now Latham Jr. drives in, feeds Powell. He's trying to go up with it, and he's fouled hard there on that one because otherwise that was an easy slam sandwich for Powell.
Yeah, that would have been a huge slam right there, but yeah, they're gonna have a foul there. That's Goodwill's 4th foul. I didn't even notice that really. I'm curious to see how many he had in the first half. He only had 2 in the first half, so he's gonna have to sit down for a while if they want to protect him, and he will.
They are going to Brown. I mean, those are the only 2 really key big men that they have. So with Goodwill out, it's only down to Brown now here with some size on the floor. And we saw how that affected the game in overtime when Davidson came out for College of the Ozarks. It was really pretty much all but over after that. 53-42, back up to a 9-point lead here for the Lynx. They'll see if they can capitalize on the defensive end as Hendricks drives baseline and slams it home. That was almost looking too easy for Hendricks. He can do that more times than not.
Yeah, I'd say that's kind of Julian Powell. That's usually his kind of role in this kind of game. But, yeah, it seemed pretty easy for him. He's probably going to do it again.
Turner bounce passes one to Tyler and kicks to the corner for Powell over to Freeman. Now to Latham Jr. behind the back dribble. He drives in left side lane, puts it up off the glass. No good, a little careless with that one.
It's a good look, though. Good look.
And it is rebounded there by Haskell. 53-44. 12-15 remain here in game number 2. The Lady Lynx won in overtime, 81-71, as they had a great come-from-behind victory there as Tyler comes up with a steal and then is forced out of bounds. Looked like it was off of Eldridge, but they do say it was off of Tyler. It'll go back to Haskell.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. There definitely was some contact, but maybe just not enough to get the foul called that he wanted.
So Haskell will inbound right in front of their bench there as they throw it in to Win. Win now over to Eldridge, who's guarded by Crumble this time around. As now that one's poked away from Powell, or from Brown to Powell to Turner. Turner trying to go coast to coast, up and under, move off the glass and in. So, I mean, for J.J. Turner's size, he's actually kind of like a little three-man at times.
He's kind of he has guard skills, definitely. He has some pretty good dribble moves, and he's definitely very athletic finishing the basketball, you know.
He's a big help on this team, that's for sure, especially with Powell. Now Powell pokes that one away yet again. I thought it was off of Hendricks, but the official says it was off of Powell, and so they say stay right here as the Lynx lead by 11 here in this one. Eldridge set to inbound. They throw it into Hendricks. Now, this could be an interesting matchup here with Hendricks and Turner now.
Yeah, that should be a pretty good matchup as well. Kind of similar players, I'd say. I think Hendricks definitely more offensively gifted, but I think J.J. Turner definitely more defensively gifted. That's going to be a foul there going against Trayvon. That's his third foul, so he's got to be careful a little bit here. Brown will be at the line for 2 shots.
It'll be interesting to see if Coach Lett decides to sit him here a little bit. He does walk back over near the bench. Brown at the line here for 2 opportunities, as he knocks down the first one right there. Makes it a 10-point lead now for the Lynx as Johnson checks in for Tyler. 11:19 remain here in this ball game. Again, now that one knocked down as well. 2 of 2 from the line. It's now back down to single digits. We'll see, do the Lynx have an answer here?
Hopefully they do, or else you're probably going to have to get a timeout here.
Freeman, Powell, Turner, Crumble, and Johnson on the floor. As Turner with it just to the left at the top of the key. 15 on the shot clock. Goes left, finds Johnson. Johnson thought about baseline, but some good defense there by the Haskells. Now he goes up with it, and they're going to call a traveling violation. The same. It was I think he did shuffle his feet just a tad there, but again, he's going to have to be careful with that one.
He kind of smiled there, and he knows that he definitely did, but either way, you need a stop right here, and you need a bucket on the other end.
Eldridge brings it back up the floor here, gets a screen from Hendricks at the top of the key, goes to the right of it, now finds Brown. Brown bounce passes one down low, and here comes the basketball yet again. And I cannot see where it went, but Adam did a great job kicking it back out. For how many times that we've been so close right here, and we've always had like can't find the word.
A tablecloth?
A tablecloth, thank you. As they inbound it to Hendricks. And the one time we don't get one, we get the basketball coming our way left and right.
Yeah.
As there's a foul on the floor. I think that one's going to go on Turner here in this one. It is, so that's his second. Team's third here in the court, or in the half. But it's just interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting. We usually don't get this much action, especially at home, because we're way up there, so we're never going to get the ball up there. But
if we did, it would be a big mistake, as that was off. It looked like it was off of Haskell, off of Hendricks, but they say stay here. And I know Crumble went to try to save it, so maybe that was the case.
Yeah, that's probably the kicker, too. That's probably why they called it against Haskell, because it was up for grabs, I think. But since Crumble went after it, they're going to call it against us.
And again, Brown pump fakes, makes him miss, and then goes to the line. Brown smiling at Powell here in this one. I don't know how much it could possibly happen, but it always comes down to that pump fake there for Powell.
Yeah, he gets a shot block. He gets block happy at times. He really wants to get those rejections, but if they're smarter, they're just going to shot fake him every time.
And I don't understand why sometimes he goes for it. He's 6'9".
Yeah, just put your hands up.
Second one in as well. A good free throw shooter right there in Brown, as Tyrone Wright will check back in. Comes in for Freeman. We thought it was Powell, but does come in for Freeman. So choosing to go size over athleticism here, maybe.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, more size over perimeter.
More
play.
Speed, for that matter. Johnson now trying to back down Eldridge. He has the mismatch, trying to drive in, and they have a traveling violation. There was 3 Haskell players on him, and he should have probably gave that one up, but try to do it himself there. A little too careless.
Yeah, I mean, if Haskell scores right here, I mean, it's a 5-point game, so it definitely, if they score, you need a timeout. You need to get things figured out here.
Coach Lepp does have 4 timeouts remaining. Matthew Downing Jr., the head coach here for Haskell, has 5 remaining. 55-48, 9:50 left to play in the ballgame. They give it to Brown. He spins baseline up and under, move no good, as he's denied, though, by Turner. And then he's held by Hendricks or Brown here in this one. And we'll see who they give it to. I thought it was on Hendricks, but Brown, I think was trying to take it.
Yeah, they're going to give it to Brown, I think. Or no, they're going to give it to Hendricks.
I was to say, I thought it was on Hendricks, but Brown put his hand up because I think he knew that was going to be 4 on Hendricks.
No, they are going to give it to Brown. No, I think.
So they change it.
Yeah, so Hendricks stays with 3 fouls. Brown has 1.
Interesting there. But the Lynx will have the basketball, 55-48. Now Powell trying to push off on him. He kicks it out. Now we have a foul as he was trying to kick it out to Crumble, who made the 3. But the foul is going to go on Aruke, I should say. Again, only the team 6, so the Lynx have to take it out of bounds off the baseline. See if they run that lob here again. They look the no-look pass to the corner. And right, now swinging around for Crumble. Crumble trying to feed Johnson. He does, but it's too high and tipped in the hands of Eldridge. Here they come on the fast break. Turner's trying to say it's on to Crumble. Win for 3, no way short, as Turner catches it underneath the basket. Turner trying to just beat everybody down the floor. He knows he cannot. He backs up, hands it to Crumble to set up the offense.
Yeah, good decision there by Turner. Just, you got to wait for his team and just see if he can get anything else.
Johnson drives into the lane. Brown with hands straight up. They said as he's denied right at the front of the rim. So here comes Haskell yet again. Both sides not shooting the basketball particularly well here in this stretch. But like you said, it's a game of runs in this ballgame. And right now Haskell is on a run. 55-48, just under 9 minutes to play. Eldridge drives baseline, denied though by Turner just because of the length that he has. Knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Haskell. But here comes Trayvon Tyler back into the ballgame for Montez Crumble. Eldridge set to inbound. They throw a lob to Hendricks, but he wasn't ready for it, and the Lynx were prepared as Tyrone Wright pulls it down. Now Tyler with it, thought about a 3, and said he'll back out. Win on him, over to Johnson. Johnson wide open in the corner for 3, sets his feet, no good. Not a really good-looking shot there from Johnson. Kind of misses wide. Eldridge going coast to coast, and he lays it up and in. And now Matthew Downing Jr. wants to talk things over here in this one as it becomes a 5-point game. 55-50, 8.5 minutes left to play here in this one. And yet again, we're seeing this run a little bit by Haskell. Yet again, it was 6. The Lynx got it all the way back up to 9. Now it's down to 5 yet again. So here in the next 8.5 minutes, what are the Lynx going to have to do here?
They got to be just more not careless with the ball. They're turning it over way too much. It seems like they don't even want it really that much. So, they got to play better on the offensive end and just take care of the ball. And they need to probably just make smarter passes to better shots. I mean, that last L.J. Johnson 3, it was a good shot. I mean, he was wide open. You got to take it. But, I mean, the result wasn't what we wanted, and he immediately hung his head like, I should have made that. So, don't hang your head. It's fine. You're still up 5. But, they got to play smarter.
I think you're right there. They definitely going to have to play a little bit better here coming down the stretch. Also, I'm wondering, too, a little bit, we're seeing all the substitutions being made here. We're trying to keep these guys fresh as possible. Is it because some of them haven't really played all that together here in this one, or is it just because it's better defense by Haskell and they just can't get a shot off?
Well, I mean, the Haskell defense is pretty good, but, I mean, I think you just need to go with, what works. I think you need to get probably some starters back in here, just see if we can get some more points on the board. Then you can bring in some subs,
55-50, 8.5 minutes remain here in game number 2. As it is Tyler, Johnson, Powell, Wright, and Turner coming out of the timeout taken by Haskell. As, again, now here comes Turner. He drives into the lane. But we're going to have a foul going on Aruke.
That's his third, so, I mean, he probably has to take a seat for a little bit. J.J. Turner at the line.
And the one-on-one opportunity, no good there by Turner. And here comes Haskell with the rebound. Eldridge will bring it up the floor. Tyler's really going to have to lock down on him. Brown with it, trying to back down Powell. He drives in, puts one up off the glass, and just a tad too strong, but a putback there by Hendricks as he gets it to a three-point game. 55-52 now. Johnson trying to back down, win. Here comes Hendricks on the double team. Right, thought about a three to the top of the key for Powell. He's trying to drive in, double teamed. They don't call the a blocking foul or a charge, and Powell just lays it up and in for the easy two as Aruke just kind of fell.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he wanted the charge call. I'm not sure. I think he might have just fell. I think that's really what it was.
57-52 now is a little bad pass there. Brown's going to have to corral it. Seemed like Powell could have went after that.
Yeah, Powell probably should have beat him there.
But he did not. Instead, Hendricks down low ends up laying it up and in for the easy two. Could have been a two the other way, but we'll see if these guys can pick it up, as now there's the offensive foul by Julian Powell. This time, I believe it was Brown who stepped in there and took that one, or Aruke yet again. It was one of the two, but Powell picks up his second here in this one. Only the team's fifth, though, in the half. 7:13 remain in this ball game. Lynx up by 3 as the clock's starting to run now here. Haskell with the basketball. They trail by 3, and you can see this one might come down to Eldridge and Tyler here if they're going to clear and space the floor out here a little bit.
Yeah, we haven't really heard much from it, that much, as L.J. Johnson is going to foul. Wesley attempted a three-pointer. So he'll go to the line for 3.
And we saw that in the first half. We thought Latham Jr. might have got fouled from behind the arc. They didn't call it. This time they're going to put that one on Johnson. And he's got 3 opportunities at the line. There's the first one right there. 57-55 now. 2 more remain for win. And they say it was I thought it was 3. There they go. Everyone thought it was 2, so he does miss. Either way, he's going to have 1 more coming, so at least it's going to be a 1-point lead here for the Lynx. Second free throw, no good as well, so make it a 2-point lead. So maybe I should jinx them the right way this time. Here come the Lynx back the other end. Latham Jr. now. Tyler on the right side corner. He's trying to back down Eldridge. Instead, he kicks it out to Turner. Turner now driving in. Kicks it out to Crumble. Crumble from the left wing for downtown. No. Tyler trying to tip it back out, but it ends up in the hands of Eldridge. He was got to be careful that wasn't an over and back there. Eldridge trying to go coast to coast. Working on Latham Jr. He puts it up and in off the glass as Turner with the baseball pass now, but a great heads-up play there by Aruke. I don't know how he even caught that.
I don't know how either. He kind of an Odell Beckham kind of style catch. He caught it one-handed and then swooped it all the way around and corralled it.
It almost was like a football pass. He kind of put his hands up like this, and like you said, one-handed caught it behind the back. Now he's going to try to answer for 3. No, he could not. Hendricks with a rebound there, but Powell tips it out of bounds. And so it'll stay right here with Haskell as we're tied at 57 here with 6:11 to play. Again, you got to give them both teams credit here in this one. They're both fighting hard. Again, it really hasn't. Since halftime, it's really been kind of close as Wynn puts up a floater and gets it to go, and Haskell, now they have the lead.
They have the lead now, yeah.
Here, since they were up by 13 at halftime.
Yeah,
the Lynx were.
We need something to start. Yeah, like Lev said last night, we cannot come out here tomorrow and just not play very good at all because we had a big win yesterday. We got to play.
Tyler from the corner gets us right back in the lead, though. You knew he was, as it's 60-59. Thankfully, on the timeout, now taken by Coach Lev. I know he still got a few there. Might could have came a little sooner than that, but again, I'm glad he took it here as we had to stop that run from Haskell. And let's talk about that run a little bit. And Haskell, I mean, these guys are just crawling their way back into this one.
Yeah, they really are. It's unfortunate for us because, we played such a good first half, and then we came out the second half just so flat and it didn't even look like we wanted to be here pretty much. And hopefully, this timeout, we start getting back to where we need to be and just start playing as a team.
And a 1-point lead here for the Lynx. Again, Ketai is no longer in this ball game. We saw him come back to the bench However, though, he's still been icing it off and on, so I don't think we will see him the rest of the game. He does have the shooting shirt still on. But now for the Lynx here, you saw a 13-point lead dwindle here now to just back to a 1-point game. But how do you go on a little bit run of your own here in the next 5-42 here?
You got to play better defense. You know, you can't keep letting them get the ball inside. It seems like they're getting way too many layups, so they need to get a little better on the perimeter defense, not allowing that entry pass and, you know, not allowing them to shoot that three so wide open.
And we'll see what happens coming out of the timeout here in this one. Again, still no Jordan Goodwill either for Haskell, as he's on the bench with 4 fouls as well. 60-59, 5:42 remain. Haskell down by 1 to your Lynx, but they have the basketball here in this one. Crumble now going to guard Eldridge, and Tyler's going to take Wynn. Eldridge brings it up the floor here for the Indians. Looks left, instead goes right to Wynn. He's right on the wing, trying to drive in on Tyler into the paint, instead backs it out. Now, over to Littlehead. Littlehead back to the top of the key for Eldridge with 5 seconds. He's going to have to throw up a shot. Somebody's going to have to do Littlehead. It is a 3, and he knocks it down. So they waste some time and make the 3 there, and they retake the lead. 62-60 here with 5 minutes left to play. Tyler trying to feed Powell down low. He spins. No look pass back out to Tyler. Looked like he traveled. Instead, he's going to take a 3. No good. Looked like he was fouled. Still no. Rebounded by Littlehead, and here they come back the opposite direction. 62-60, under 5 minutes to play now. Eldridge will slowly just walk this one up the floor here in this one. They made a 3 on their last possession, probably trying to go for the same here. Eldridge and Tyler guarding each other now. Wynn has Crumble. Littlehead down low to Enrique. Kind of backs it out in the corner. He's trying to drive in on Powell, and we have a foul going on Powell as Enrique was trying to drive to the basket. It is going to be a 1-on-1 opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of, Powell just kind of bails him out right there. He would have had him, and there's no way he could have finished over Julian. So, because I'm not sure why he just kind of reached in like that.
And he does hit the first one right there, make it 63-60 now in favor of Haskell. And they're going on a little bit of a run here late in the ball game, and sometimes it's you know, it came at a good time for them, but the Lynx, they have to get this one, and you're seeing it right now. Turner and Powell looking at each other, watching the basketball go out of bounds here, and it just seems like they're not in this right now.
I mean, I think they thought that Haskell touched it, but I mean, like, they were the Turner and Powell are the only ones that even went for the ball. So I'm not sure why they thought that it was out on the other team.
So Haskell inbounds it to Hendricks. They give it to him again, out to Aruke. He's in the corner for 3, no short. Over the head of Crumble, right back to Hendricks, out to Eldridge. And Matthew Downing Jr. is going to say, hey, let's slow it down here a little bit. 4:15 left to play. 1-possession game, though. 63-60 here as Whitehead now. He's going to try from downtown. No, Hendricks with the putback. And we have a foul. This time, I don't know who it's exactly going to go on, either Turner or Powell. See who they give it on.
I think it's going to go on Turner.
They put it on Tyler. So it's his 4th. So now Tyler's going to have to be careful here in the next 4 minutes.
Yeah, he can't pick up that 5th foul, or else this team they're going to be without that leader on the floor. So, you know, they need him to just be careful and not play kind of dumb. Don't play dumb.
4-point lead, and making now a 5-point lead for Haskell. Again, here in this one, we'll see what kind of magic this Lynx team has up their sleeve here in this one. 65-60 now in favor of Haskell. See what they want to do. And now we have a foul going on, looks like Enrique. So it is going to be a 1-on-1 opportunity here. 4th. And it is his 4th as well. So that should put J.J. Turner at the line here for a 1-on-1.
Yeah, we need points. You need to make everything you can.
And he knocks down the first one right there in this one, cuts the lead to 4. It's not over yet. We saw the Lady Lynx come back with about the same amount of time here. See if the men's team can follow suit. As Turner cannot hit that one, as Tyler's down on the floor. Whitehead tripped over him as well. Both of them get up, no foul called. 65-61, under 4 to play now. Eldridge with it, guarded by Crumble. Powell is now on Hendricks. I think that's the smart move. Put the size there because he's really battling as Eldridge drives in. He's triple teamed, ends up into the hands of Wynn. Out to Enrique on the left wing, feeds it down low to Hendricks. Here comes the double across the court pass to Eldridge, but it's right to his head coach, and he's taking the gum out and throwing it in the trash as he did not like that stick of gum. So he is very frustrated here in this one, 65-61, because he knows his teams, they had all the momentum in the world, and they just threw an easy pass away.
Yeah, that was a good defensive stand there by the Lynx, just not allowing them to make a simple pass.
Tyler now sees a lane trying to drive in, but Eldridge closed quickly. He bounce passes one to the corner for Crumble, but Latham Jr. not paying attention yet again and did not move back, and it's out of bounds on the other end. So they'll turn it right back over, and that's where the Lynx needed to capitalize.
Yeah, they have a dumb turnover, and then we have a dumb turnover, back-to-back possessions. So, we need to be smarter with the ball. If we want to have any chance of coming back, we need to play smarter.
65-61, 3 minutes left to play. They feed Brown down low. Powell working on him, kind of giving some size. Bounce passes one to Hendricks. He saves it, but he throws it right into Latham's hands. And here they come on a fast break. Adam wanted a foul. He bounce passes one to Tyler. Tyler lays it up and in on the left side. And now a 30-second timeout called by Coach Lepp, as it's a 2-point game, 65-63, 2:50 left to play. And I would have to say here in this one that if there was any advantage of yesterday's game, it is the fact that it was so close at the end and the Lynx prevailed.
Yeah, so I like the timeout by Coach Lepp. We got a bucket right there, cut it to 2. He wants to draw up something right here on the defensive end and just try to get another stop. So we just need some points right now. We have to force them into a turnover or just a bad shot. We can't get too lackadaisical on the defensive end and let them get a layup.
Now, I know L.J. Johnson has 3 or 4 fouls, but I'd like to see him in an offense for defense type of situation right here. He could possibly provide a spark here in this game. I know we don't need a 3, but it could help.
Yeah, we definitely don't need a 3, but we need a bucket, and
he's a bucket machine.
Yeah, he's
man.
a walking bucket. So, you need him on the floor sometimes. I mean, offense for defense, I'd say so, but I think if you get him in anytime.
And that is going to be an offensive foul as J.J. Turner steps right up in there, takes the charge, and here come the Lynx as they desperately need a basket there. I mean, you saw it was right here in front of us. You saw that Hendricks was going to try to drive baseline. Yeah. Turner, he talked about it at dinner, reading the defense and reading his man, and you saw it right there.
Yeah, and he did exactly what he's supposed to do. I mean, he noticed he's lowering the shoulder at him, so he just falls backwards. It should be an offensive foul every time.
65-63, 2.5 to play. Tyler with the basketball. He's trying to drive in, kicks it out to Turner. Try to answer in from downtown. No. Tyler goes up for a rebound, almost came down with it, but Wynn was just standing right behind him, and he pulled it, basically took it right away from him.
Yeah, I'm surprised he did not get called for over the back right there. It was very close.
Eldridge now trying to drive into the lane. Denied, though, by Powell. Into the hands of Tyler. 2 minutes left to play. Outlet now to Latham Jr. He'll lay it up and in for the easy 2. He had Powell running the floor, but Hendricks with some fast feet as well. He got back to try to take that away.
Yeah, it was a nice play there. Powell coming up from the weak side.
As now I believe we have a timeout.
Well, I thought I was going to get called a foul there on Trayvon.
I did too, but they do call a timeout by Haskell. So Downing Jr. here has 4 remaining here, so we'll probably see a lot of timeouts being called. It is a full timeout here in this one, but we're tied at 65, minute 51 left to play in. It's kind of feeling like yesterday's game all over again, keeping it close, keeping it tied. We'll see what happens here in the next minute 51. But if you're the Lynx, you have Trayvon Tyler with 4 fouls. How do you keep him in the offensive mix, but keep him off of the foul line and on the bench on the defensive side of things?
Yeah, he can't commit any silly fouls. He can't commit a foul period, but he doesn't need to try to reach and get a steal. His defense alone should be able to cause a turnover. Just put your hands back, put them out, just play good defense.
And maybe possibly an offense for defense there with Trayvon, or is that one of those players where it's kind of like he's too valuable?
I think you need him on the defensive end. Even if he doesn't get on the on-ball steal, he's really good at reading the passing lane, and that's really where he comes in clutch for this team. He gets those steals like that.
I like it. 65 all here, minute 50 left to play. The Lady Lynx went into overtime. They won 81-71 on a great comeback. Both teams had their star players out. I mean, Bates was out for Haskell. Young was out for the Lynx, and they still found a way to prevail in that ball game. 65 all here. The guys trying to do the same. Minute 50 left to play. It will be Haskell basketball with 24 seconds on the shot clock, and they'll inbound on their side of the half-court line. They throw it into Wynn. Trying to hand it off to Eldridge. They do. He's guarded by Crumble. Crumble, now he's not the greatest offensive threat, but he can move his feet, and he's great on the defensive end as Hendricks at the top of the key goes to Enrique from the corner. No. Long rebound goes into the hands of Hendricks, and the offensive rebound yet again here by Haskell. Trying to feed Eldridge. They finally hand it off to him. He gets it poked away by Powell, but he's going to have to retreat down into the post to set up the play.
Yeah, Eldridge. Crumble playing some great defense on this possession, too.
As Hendricks knew he made it before as soon as he shot it, because he kind of gave a little O in front of J.J. Turner, who about kind of blocked it, but Latham Jr. now drives in, up and under move, no good. Powell sends it out of bounds, and there's one where I thought it was off of Powell, but this time they say it was off of Hendricks.
That's probably the makeup call for the no foul. That's probably it.
I would have to say so as well. 68-65 as the Lynx will retain possession underneath their own basket here. So they throw it into Powell, now to Latham. Latham trying to give it back to Powell, but again, he was double-teamed in the corner and too careless with that as they throw a baseball pass there to Enrique. The ball's loose on the floor yet again. Probably should have been a foul on Turner, but they don't call it. Now Crumble going coast to coast. Denied, though, by Hendricks, but stolen away by Powell and then stripped away by Eldridge. And once again, now Haskell's going to use another timeout right here in this one. 47 seconds remain. This one's coming down to the wire yet again, Adam. 68-65. And probably in the last minute or so, I mean, there's only been about 50 seconds taken off the clock. But, again, it kind of seemed like we saw about 3 or 4 fouls in that mix. None of them were called, which is okay. But what do the Lynx have to do here? Down by 3. They have to get a defensive stop here in this one.
Yeah, you can't foul. And you got to just get a stop any way you can. You know, I don't think we don't need a 3. I don't think so. Well, you just need some score and then maybe a quick foul. You know, it's you can't let them put their foot on their neck. You know, you gotta score sometime.
I agree with you as well. Now, here's the real thing. This is my one question for you. Let's say they get a stop. Let's have some theoretically speaking here. Let's say they get a stop here. They got 47 seconds. I know you just need a basket, but is it possibly a 2-for-1 opportunity if you get there, or do you just take as much time as you need to get a basket?
I'm not sure. It just kind of depends on what kind of look you get. If you get an open look and you get an open shot from 3 or from 2, you know, you got to take it. And if that's 2-for-1, great. If it's not, you know, then you got to get a quick stop or a foul.
You know, and one other thing just to point out here for Haskell, I know they've been on this run and they've made a comeback here in this one, but we still have not seen Goodwill in the game ever since he left with 4 fouls. As Tyler's kind of baiting him down here in this one, making him force to use another timeout as Littlehead was standing all the way down here next to us coming out of the timeout, but I think Enrique knew that Tyler was just trying to bait him right there. He was standing right near the half-court line. So another timeout burned here by Haskell, another full timeout. So both teams now with 2 remaining here in this one. And those are kind of the perks of when you're leading. You can burn those timeouts to keep that possession here in this one. But, again, if you're Trayvon, how do you keep from not fouling on the defensive side of things, especially right here when you need a stop?
I would say put him on, like, probably your worst offensive play on the other side. That's why he was at the back of the press. You know, he's kind of playing like your corner or your safety out there. You know, he's going to be in the passing lanes. He's still going to be there on the defensive end, but he's not going to have that big of a responsibility and that big of risk of picking up a foul.
And we'll have to see what Coach Lepp wants to provide here in this one. I think we still have seen no L.J. Johnson here in this one. I think you have to put him in right here. I mean, I know whether he's cold or not, I think he has to be put in this ball game here. He needs a spark on the offensive side of things, and coming out of the timeout, I still don't see him.
Yeah, he's still not going to be in. Latham Jr. and Crumble probably going to guard the ball handlers for Haskell. But other than that, you're going to have Trayvon Tyler probably running your safety, like I said. So we just need to stop, or if they get it in.
See who they inbound it to. You know they're trying to find Hendricks, and they do. He's trying to beat the play, and Tyler ends up poking it away, but it goes right into the hands of a Haskell player. And Enrique now, Littlehead's trapped by Powell, trying to get a foul. I don't think they're trying to foul here at the moment, trying to get a trap, but that one's poked into the hands of Powell. Here come the Lynx. Crumble now has it out to Tyler. Tyler thought about a three, instead driving in, puts one up off the glass, can't get it to go, tip back, no. Turner's there, he can't get it. Powell saves it from going out of bounds, into the hands of Trayvon Tyler. 21 seconds left, shot clock turned off. 68-65, Latham Jr. with it out at midcourt. Adam and I are both staying in here. 14 seconds left. Tyler now with it. Can he do it again? Trying to drive in. Puts one up off the glass. Counts the basket and the foul. Trayvon Tyler does it yet again. Day after day. He goes to the line to try to tie this ball game.
That was a huge play. But, and that's the 5th foul. Also on O'Rourke. So he's gone. And, if you're Haskell, don't foul. If you foul, that's like the worst thing you possibly could have done. Probably the only thing worse would be foul on a three-point shooter, but you can't foul a guy driving the lane because, even if he does make it, you're up one.
And he cannot, but Powell's there for an offensive rebound, but they say it was out of bounds on the baseline, so that'll give the ball back to the Lynx here in this one. And again, that's on the opposite side. We could not see. Lynx down by 1 after the missed free throw there by Tyler. Now, another timeout taken here by Haskell. They only have 1 remaining. But, Adam, let's talk about this here. It was a huge play right there by Trayvon to even get that shot off. It was an even worse play, like you said, by Haskell to foul him. It ended up working out for them. But now if you're the Lynx, you have a 1-point game, 1-possession game, 9 seconds left. How do you defend this? Do you try to go for a steal real quick, or do you just say, I have to foul now?
You got to foul now. I think that's definitely it. They put in DeAndre Freeman. I think he's going to be the guy that's going to foul. You got to foul someone, and then I think he's going to be. I'm not sure who to foul because I haven't really got that much. They haven't shot that many free throws, so you don't know who's a bad free throw shooter or who's a good one.
This is true. Here in this one, you did say Freeman did check into the ball game. Again, we'll see who they try to get it to. Look for Hendricks. They looked for him last time. Turner has him. Crumble has Eldridge, and they're trying to feed Crumble, and there it is. He feeds Eldridge, and Eldridge's going to go walk down to the other end of the floor. Tyler goes right back to the scores table. Again, either way, regardless of whether he makes them both, it's only going to be a 1-possession game. It'll be a 3-point game. So the Lynx have a chance to go back on the other end and do the same thing they did the other day.
Yeah, they have a chance, definitely, but, you need... I'd say you need him to miss 1. Or you need him to miss 1. If he misses 2, great, but you need him to miss.
And now we have a timeout.
It's going to be a 1-and-1 opportunity. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was seeing if it was a double. I
think everybody was confused here for about 5 seconds.
Well, I think Lepp was confused because there was about 9.5 seconds left, and then all of a sudden, when he got it in bounds, we immediately foul him, but about 2 seconds went off the clock.
I think for Coach Lepp, nobody said anything. Usually you see some of the, one of the assistant coaches or somebody go to go to one of the officials and say, hey, there's, so-and-so amount of seconds left, or so-and-so came off the clock, or whatever. They didn't do that. There is an official at the scores table now. I don't think 2 seconds quite ran off the clock. It was awfully a quick foul, but, they see it differently, and it is by the hand of the stopper. You know what I mean? So Eldridge at the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity here in this one. As we'll see, 68-67 now. Eldridge at the line. And no, cannot hit the free throw. Almost a carry there by Turner with 3 seconds left. Somebody's got to do something. And Tyler's just going to have to throw up a prayer. And he gets it off. Oh, and off the back iron. He could not do it. He had a chance to win it. He hits the back of the rim. And either way, what a heck of a game this was. It comes down to the wire yet again. I'm sure Coach Lepp was not thrilled about that one. But I want to ask you a question here, Mr. Hoffman. There's 7 seconds left. Turner gets it about up the floor, and I see about 3.5, 4 seconds left in this ball game. Coach Lepp has a timeout. Why didn't you use it?
He didn't have it. Did he?
Yeah, the home team still had one timeout left.
Not sure.
As they just shut off the scoreboard, so it's hard to see. But Coach Lepp had one timeout remaining in that ballgame. I thought he would use it to set up a play, but he did not. And then you saw, I said that there was a little bit of a carry there by Turner, and then he really did carry after that. He kind of bobbled it, and then had to just get it to Tyler. I mean, Tyler was lucky enough to get the shot off in time.
Yeah.
And close enough to get it in. But, however, though, the Lynx fall by 1 here in this one. Adam, what did you see in that ball game that really made the difference down the stretch? Because Haskell in that second half kind of went on that little bit of a run and didn't look back from there.
It didn't really even seem like we wanted to be here kind of thing. But we didn't really start caring about the game until we really needed to. We kind of thought lackadaisical, we're up 13.5. So, I mean, we just need better effort.
And that'll do it all here in this one. I guess they already shut the clock off here.
I'm pretty sure it was 68-67.
It was 68-67 was the final. That's what I thought, but I didn't want to say it out loud and then, be wrong afterwards. But it is 68-67 here in this one as the Lynx go 1-1 on this long road trip. We have a day off, and then we will see you guys back on the road. We'll be back on the road on Monday. That game will be at 7, where we go to Olivet. Another big game, like you said. Yes, another beatable team. However, though, they beat us once already this year. That was when we kind of weren't the same team we are now. But the streak ends at 8. It was a good run for the Lynx. They had come up 1 point short.
Yeah, it was a great gameplay, and probably the last couple of minutes was the best of the game. But we were not engaged and focused enough at the beginning of the second half.
And that's going to do it all for us. Again, thank you, Vera, for board hopping for us back at the station. He's Adam Huffman. I'm Nick Jackson, and we will see you guys Monday night over up in Chicago at Olivet. Thank you so much for listening to Lincoln College Basketball right here on 89X.
That's all she wrote. This concludes tonight's coverage of Lincoln College Basketball on 89X.